Hey guys, Cage here. Back at you with another Thrift with Me video. Today we're going to hit 5 or 6 thrift stores. Let's get started with the first one. At thrift store number 1, I pick up this Beverly Hills Cologne 273. Had a decent sell-through rate and comps. I'm not sure if it's new or not. I discussed this a little bit more in the summary. Also pick up this plush right here. It's a Beanie Baby. It's Buster from Sing, and I think Johnny is the gorilla. Buster is the koala. These are both from Sing, the movie. And they're both with tags. I didn't say new with tags when I sold them, but they are already sold. I will show the comp for those, the sold comp for those in the summary. I do try to pick up that, but I didn't see any comps on that. I'll always look up Pokemon, but that one didn't have any value to it at all. And here's a couple more items. That's always the new carts. They're always sitting right there. Here's the summary. In this first thrift store, which is a Goodwill, it'll let me pick up 2 items, technically 3 items. But first up was that like vintage cologne. Did it look new in the packaging to y'all? I think there might have been a little bit used, so I'm not sure if I'm able to sell it or not. I did buy it. I think it was $2. I have it somewhere in this house, but I'm not sure where it is right now. I haven't listed it yet because I'm debating if I want to list it or not. But what would y'all do with that? Would y'all list it? If I can sell it, it's worth like 20, 25 bucks, somewhere in that range. So probably making 15 bucks on that. And then the other one's already sold. Sing, Johnny and Buster, I think is the koala's name. These sold for 32 bucks. They're Thai/TY, as I like to call them. I call them Thai. Beanie Babies. And they're from the movie Sing, and they already sold for 32 bucks. So turning, I think I paid $1 or $2 each for those, so probably $4 into those, turning them into 32, at least $20 profit there. So a good start to the thrift with me. Thrift store number 2 is this American Girl doll and a lot of figures. And if you can see down there, this is a bunch of bags of figures they had that day. That's like most of it's Disney. That's Peppa Pig. I did try an auction Peppa Pig. It didn't sell. Those are already sold. My Little Ponies. That bag, I haven't even opened yet. It's a conglomeration of different things. I'll discuss it a little bit more in the summary. That's but mostly all Disney as well. You can see Mickey and Donald and Daisy. More Disney there as well. And I do pass on this, but those cards could have been worth it. Sometimes the cards are worth it. And there's also lots of board games here. Today I didn't pick up any. But yeah, here is the summary of those items and what is sold so far. The next up, you'll see me pick up a bunch of bags of toys. This is one bag that I haven't listed yet. This has like My Little Pony. It looks like it has Littlest Pet Shop, maybe some Shimmer and Shine, and then some Shopkins maybe as well. I don't know. It's a huge bag of toys. The other ones are all listed, or I at least have drafts for them. Some of them are Disney, like cake toppers. I haven't really sold too many yet. I sold the My Little Pony for 25. I think I paid 4 for those, so turning those into 25. I did have to pay priority shipping, but I'll probably make 8 to 10 bucks on those. So good profit there. The rest of them I think will sell as well. I think it was definitely worth it. Another one I picked up, y'all saw it, American Girl doll for 4 bucks. Her foot, $4 right there. I'm glad they wrote it on her foot and nowhere else, because that should easily come off with Mr. Clean Magic Eraser or Goo Gone. One of those two will easily get that off. I'm not sure which American Girl doll she is. Do y'all know? Anybody in here an expert on American Girl dolls? I haven't done too much research on it. I'm about to leave to go up to Nashville as I'm filming this, so Nashville and North Carolina, so I don't have time to research her before listing, but she might have also had her hair cut at some point. I'm not sure, but yeah. So a bunch of Disney action figures. I did pass on the cards that you saw in there, so maybe should have picked those up, but yeah, they're too late now. This is like a week or 2 ago, so that's it for that thrift store. Already making some profits. Now we enter the string of Purple Cow stores. Find this really cool classic dungeon game and Access and Allies game. Those games are really cool. They're also very vintage. They have some pretty good value to them as well. I'll discuss that a little bit more in the summary. I don't have the exact values, but I'll discuss why I picked them up in the summary. They're not always complete either, but you can always part them out. Those boots were kids' boots, and they didn't have good comps for them, so I did pass on those. But those are the items I pick up at the Purple Cow on that day, and I do pass on the bags as well. The next couple clips are from Purple Cow in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. They'll let me pick up the 2 board games, Classic Dungeon and Access and Allies. I haven't counted the pieces yet, but even if I have to part it out, I'll definitely make good money. Access and Allies, I think, is more complete. I was able to at least look somewhat at Classic and the Dungeon game. This one actually already has them like this in the styrofoam and sealed, so they're not sealed, but rubber banded. So maybe all the pieces are there. I haven't had time to look at that yet before I head up to North Carolina, like I said earlier. But the classic dungeon game right here, it's probably worth over 50 bucks, and has like little tokens and pieces in there. It's missing. I know it's missing at least 1 dice, but it has a lot of the cards, and even the cards, if you part them out, can be worth some money. So And it also has the rule book and the little board. So yeah, this one probably 50 to 60 bucks. Now it won't close. Probably 50 to 60 bucks for this. Access and Allies is probably a little bit more even. I might throw up a screenshot if I have time to look it up and find the exact one, because this one's it's not from the Spring 1942, but the game is based on Spring 1942, The World at War. So I'm not sure what version this is, what year it came out. I don't know if it says anywhere on here, but I'll look and see if I can find some more info, maybe throw up a comp on here. It says 4423 on there, so I don't know. I think there's different versions of this game. So that's it for that stop. Next up, I find this really cool little cat. I only paid 25 cents for this thing. It's a My Little Kitties 1989 Mattel. I think it's similar to My Little Ponies, but it's My Little Kitties. That thing's worth over $20. Also pick up that New Orleans Pelicans hat. It might just be for personal. Hats were very cheap here, like 99 cents. I also pick up this cool little Shrek guy. I don't know if it works yet. I haven't put batteries in it yet, but it's a cool little Shrek where you just pull stuff out and play with it. So here's the summary. Back at the Purple Cow again, like I said. First thing I find there is this New Orleans hat 504. It looks like a Pelicans hat to me. That's the emblem of the New Orleans Pelicans, so I had to pick this up for $1. I think she actually charged me 50 cents for this, maybe $1, I'm not sure. One of those two. This little cat, I was surprised. I did pick it up. I did look it up. It's worth between $25 and $30. It's Mattel 1989 My Little Kitties, I think. Like instead of My Little Ponies, might be the same sort of thing. But yeah, My Little Kitties cat. I think that's what it said. I'll throw up a screenshot of a sold listing on this little guy. But yeah, this thing's tiny, like 3 or 4 inches long. About 30 bucks. The other item was Sir Shrek. This one was cool. You can pull like stuff out of his ear. I haven't tested him yet to see if he works or not. But yeah, random stuff comes out of his ear. It's a little gross probably, but hey. Little kids that love Shrek probably don't mind that. I debated giving this to my niece and nephew to play with, but I don't think they would really get too much fun out of it. And, oops. Well, maybe now he's broken. I didn't realize that one came out. But yeah, that one came back out. His nose, he blew that one out of his nose when he got dropped. But this thing's worth probably 40 to 50 bucks if it works. So another good find there. Pretty good stop there. Haven't listed any of them yet, or sold them obviously if they haven't been listed. But yeah. That's it for this stop. Shrek. I found some of my favorite items to pick up. Plushies. There you go. Small is 50 cents. Medium 99 cents. Big $1.99. That one was probably 99 cents. Those are both Whiskers plush. They're vintage plush. They haven't sold yet, but I have them listed. They were by Gans, actually, I think. That one's actually a puppet. It says finger. You can see it says Finger Puppet right there. Finger Puppet Pal. Wrinkles. They're all the same brand per se. The Harley Davidson Bear. Peppa Pig Pirate. And you got some Monster Jam. And also there's some stuff under there that's already sold that sold for some pretty good money. Here's the summary. This is becoming a Purple Cow video. We're back at Purple Cow for this one, where I pick up some plush, pick up those 3 Whiskers dogs. One of them's a little finger puppet. If you saw the little tag, it said finger puppet on it. The other 2 are just Whiskers. They're from like 1984 or something like that. They were vintage, so I picked them up. I think they were $1 each. Haven't sold any of them yet. I did sell the little Harley Davidson Baby Rattle toy. That thing sold for, I think 13 or 14. I'll throw a screenshot up right here. 13 or 14 bucks for that. The micro drifters, which are underneath those Monster Jam trucks, I'll throw that screenshot up there for those. Those sold for 30 bucks. They sold really fast too. I paid $2 for that whole thing of Monster Jam trucks and the micro drifters. You didn't see the micro drifters because they were hidden underneath the Monster Jam trucks, but they gave me the whole tote for $2. So yeah, good find there. The Monster Jam trucks haven't sold because I haven't listed them yet. But still, that's good profits right there on one little item for $2, and the rest of the stuff will sell eventually. The Whiskers they do have a decent sell-through rate. It's not great, but it was worth it to pick it up, in my opinion, to pick it up. On to the next haul, which is gonna be a lot of plush. Y'all are gonna enjoy this next clip. What's the most you've ever paid for one single item at a thrift store? $80 right there for that large rocking horse. I'm sure it's worth a decent amount of money, but yeah, I wasn't paying that obviously. Squishmallows, you'll see how many there are there. You can count at least 5 or 6 right there in that shot. I think I picked up a total of like 8 or 9 Squishmallows. I've already given some of them away. But yeah, also found some Beanie Boos here along with Beanie Babies. I didn't pick up any of the Beanie Babies, but those were all gone pretty fast. People seem to buy those for 50 cents, I guess is what they sell them for. And people love those Beanie Babies. I mean, it's fun to collect them, I guess, for 50 cents each. Whenever you had to pay $6 back in the day, it probably wasn't. But here's a summary of all the plush I found at this store. Did y'all see all those plush? Did you keep up with them? Let's go through this big bag of plush right here. We got a decent amount of Squishmallows. I've already given 3 away to some of my friends. who have little kids that enjoy Squishmallows. But these are the ones I still have. The fox and the unicorn. Some of these might be in sets. If they typically, if they don't have a UPC code on the bottom of them, like these don't, I don't think. Yeah, these don't have a UPC code. Usually that means these came in a box set. So there's like all these are in one set. So you got the fox, the unicorn, the lamb. I think that's what that is. Might be a llama. I don't know. Those are some of the Squishmallows. I'm trying to do all the Squishmallows at once. An elephant, Mila, I think is her name. This is usually Prince, the pug. Well, let's just do other ones. We've got an otter here from Mione. All these were 50 cents, by the way. All these plush are 50 cents. The ones I'm showing right now are. This one is Ava, black and white cat. Daffodil. I just sold this one for like $8, so this one will be lotted up with a couple other ones. Speaking of other ones, we lotted up with this one for sure. Twinkle the lamb. These two will definitely be lotted up together for probably $15, somewhere in that range. This little monkey is a Beanie Boo. It doesn't have a tag. I think this is one of the purple tag ones though, so it might be a little bit better. This one is Scooter, the snail. He scoots along. Was selling him for like $30 new with tags. Obviously, this one won't sell for that, but still got him. I think this is Simon, or no, this is Dangler. Dangler the sloth. Got this one because it was a frog. It's a Gans, which isn't always great, but usually frogs sell pretty well, and it's like it could be a Valentine's one with pink. Yeah, it's got red hearts and purple hearts on it, so Valentine's one. This is usually Cody the flamingo, I think. A little flamingo Squishmallow. Might sell all those squished together. Another unicorn. That one right there. A little beaver. This one is Richie. Richie the beaver. Cinder the dragon right here. Green and purple dragon. We got a squirrel. Sawyer. This might be his name. There's a couple different Squishmallows that are squirrels. Whopper the elephant. For some reason he has that on the bottom. I guess somebody tried to not let people steal their Beanie Boos. It's random. Kind of comes off. I'll get it off eventually. The big find. Y'all know who this is? This thing's huge, by the way. This thing's like 2 or 3 feet tall. This I probably paid $1 or $2 for. Y'all know who that is and what she's from? Butterfly. Y'all saw the bigger cat in there. I did pick that one up as well. This little big cat. See, this one has a UPC, which means it was individual. This one, I don't know this one's name. I'm not even going to try and guess it. Flippy. Flippy. It does have its tag still. That doesn't mean it's not new with tags. The eyes have some damage to them. And even then, it might not be new with tags. This is probably the coolest find, actually, out of all the things. This right here. The Baton Rouge Kingfish. This used to be a team way back in the day in Baton Rouge. We used to have hockey, believe it or not. There's a reason the team doesn't exist anymore because no one cares about hockey down here. They're football first, then basketball. If you're talking about LSU, it's football first, baseball second. But sports-wise, it's probably football first, basketball second because we have 2 professional teams, and those are our 2 professional teams. But yeah, Baton Rouge Kingfish plush. Didn't see any sales history on it. I might just list it high and see what happens. And they're trying to start hockey back up here. It's not going to work, but they're trying it. This is Powder Puff Girls. I don't remember which one this one's name is, actually. Do y'all remember? Bubbles? Buttercup? Blossom? Is that their names? I don't know. This one is, I'm not sure what she's worth exactly, but I couldn't pass up a big plush like this for $2. And that's it for this portion. We'll get one more clip where I should find one clothing item to round out the video. The last up for this video is St. Vincent de Paul in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I find this really cool LSU Nike jacket. I have no idea what it's worth exactly. I tried to do some comps on it, and I couldn't really find anything exact. So I'm going to talk about this a little bit more in the summary, but if you know anything about that or you recognize it in some way, let me know. This is a bunch of glassware and pot or kitchen stuff like that, stuff that I don't usually pick up. I found some stuff there before. I don't recognize any of those figurines as Disney or anything that might look valuable. I'm sure there's some value to those because those are usually probably $1 or $2 at this thrift store. But that day I didn't pick any up. So at that last thrift store, I find this LSU jacket. It looked really cool to me. It says LSU Tigers track and field on it. And this is the Nike tag. Anybody, a clothing expert that knows Nike very well, know that means... I mean, it looks vintage to me. That's why I picked it up. I think I paid like $7 or $8 for this thing at St. Vincent de Paul. So this is not Purple Cow. This is back to St. Vincent de Paul. Purple Cow's prices are usually way higher. St. Vincent de Paul, what was this? This was still $8. So that's decent. That's decent amount for them. That's typical for Purple Cow. Usually St. Vincent de Paul prices are like $3 or $4 a shirt. But yeah, this really cool LSU Tigers jacket. What would y'all try and list this for? It's like a windbreaker style jacket. Doesn't have any pockets, and it says LSU Tigers track and field. But that's it for this video, guys. Don't forget to leave a like. Comment with your favorite item out of all the items I found. It's been a decent amount of items and had a decent amount of sales already out of it. And subscribe if you're not subscribed. Thanks for watching.